Here's an update with this cool wet weather we've been having. Oh my god, look at how beautiful this lettuce is. I love growing lettuce. And this started from a tiny little seed. Look at that butter crunch. Isn't that totally rad? I actually bought this from the grocery store. It was one of those ones with, excuse the nails, I've been gardening, with the root ball on it. And I ate it and threw it in the back of the fridge without thinking about it, back in the container. And then I found it and I said, oh, look at it. It was kind of wilty. And I planted it, and oh my god, it's already grown and come back. So that's a good tip. Get more new butter crunch. Or this one. Here's the kale. I've got some broccoli starting. This will be kind of long broccoli that has these little kind of broccoli florets coming off of it. Look at this nasturtium. Isn't it gorgeous? Every part of this plant is edible. It's one of my favorite plants. They have a really cool flower. They look like stars. So the difference in color is two different varieties of nasturtium. Here's some more random different lettuces. Just getting established. Here's some little carrots starting. I have these little carrots that I grew along here. Right there. Some onions I threw in there. What's up, dude? My dog's been digging in the dirt. So things are going pretty cool. I'm excited because I have my first marigold flower about to open right here. Got another one coming there. I started all of these from seed. And these were seeds that I collected just from an old blossom, so I didn't even pay for these seeds. Let's see what else is going on in the garden. Here's the daisies. Look at the conjoined daisy. This is one stem, two heads. I'm totally watching this, and I'm going to try to get the seeds from this one for sure. Isn't that rad? Impatiens. They have these cool little comet tail off the back of them. Aren't they pretty? This is what they look like as a bud. Aren't they neat? The little geranium is still kicking it. It sprouted a brand new leaf. The violas. I also have the bells of Ireland here. I started these from seed. These are one of my favorite plants. And so they love I found a fun place to grow these. They love growing in this area with this sunlight and in this container. So they did really well last year, and I did it again. I started all of these ones from seed, and they'll grow a big kind of tubular flower thing that has these little bells on them. It's all green. Super cool. My rhubarb, oh my god, look at this, you guys. My rhubarb is so huge right now. It's unbelievable. Look at my dog compared to my rhubarb. I need to split this so bad. Look at all that rhubarb. So I'm all ready for a giant rhubarb harvest. The rhubarb plant, the more you work your plant, the more it will produce. So this is actually two separate plants, and it's a ruby red rhubarb. And it's a strain that came out of Glencoe. So I have to do something about it soon. But I noticed there was a big rhubarb shortage for a while. You couldn't get rhubarb. And at Bachman's, I was at Bachman's, was it last year? And they had like, it was like 2 stalks and some root attached to the 2 stalks for I think it was $23. Look at it. I have a gold mine. A total gold mine. That's Barb. Here's all my beans and peas. They're doing really good. So I plant them all along this deer fencing, and then they just grow right up the deer fencing. You can see where I put the whole layer. And then here already, I have a sweet pepper planted here. Look at that. This one I got at the nursery. Here's my accordion tomatoes. This whole row. Super neat. Here's all my other tomatoes. They're all coming up. Aroma. These are cherry tomatoes. These are yellow pear tomatoes. These are tiny little ones. They're there. That's called a 4th of July tomato. And these are really good. They're good for just like if you have one sandwich or something like that. Some more beans all along the back there. Here's, I gotta clean this out. We had a big kind of windy day. And if you see here though, all these little things, those are all carrots. So I'm gonna grow a bunch of carrots in this big pot here. But I wanna get all these helicopters out. So that's what I've been kind of doing, is emptying all my pots of these big seeds. So all those is a row of carrots. And then I also have carrots right here. That looks like it's a carrot, but it's not a carrot. It's just something that blew in. But these are carrots. So, oh yeah, look at, you can see the little carrot frond coming up right there. So the cool thing to remember too is carrot fronds are edible. So you can put those in your salad. It makes a really yummy flavor in your salad. My garlic chives look totally rad. Here I have a bunch of arugula. Gotta clear out all that stuff. Here's a hot pepper. This fell over. Growing, and look at it. Here they want to come. Already. Here's another tomato. I'm just kind of having it hang out here for right now. Let's see, I haven't been out here. It's been so rainy. Here's a bell pepper, and it's ready to flower. So bell peppers love this kind of cooler weather. If it gets too hot for a bell pepper, it'll drop its flower, and then a pepper won't come. But this, right now in Minnesota, it's kind of a nice, cool, wet kind of weather. It reminds me a lot of the Pacific Northwest lately, this kind of weather. Perfect for a garden. Let's see, what else? Here's my okra. My okra popped another leaf. Rad. It's hanging in there. So I'm gonna have to do some weeding soon. One of these, this is a cantaloupe here, but it looks like something happened right here to that. So we'll just have to see what happens. Pretty hosta with my lilies. Look at one lonely pea is growing here. And that's about all I got going in the garden right now. Let's look at the butterfly garden. So here's the butterfly garden. This giant tree next to my house just blew out all its seeds. So I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do. A branch came down on our tree a while back, and I saved some of these little stumps and I use them as decorative accents throughout my garden, totally free. All right, well, there's the update, dudes. Here's what I got going on inside the house. I put that chicken that I got yesterday on sale at the grocery store in the crock pot today. And I put some green chilies in there. And it's just, oh, look at it, it's so tender right now. So I'm just gonna let this cook. It's gonna become shredded chicken. And then I'll portion it out for cooking later on. And we may have chicken tacos today. Haven't decided yet. Oh my gosh, so good. All right, so here it is all shredded. It sucked up all that yummy juice. So I'm just gonna keep this on low, on warm with the cap on it till I'm ready to decide what I'm gonna do with it. Oh my God, it smells so good. I put in minced onions, garlic powder, salt, pepper, chicken, and a can of green chilies. It is so yummy.